What's going on, everybody? This is Just 716. Just want to quickly recap the St. Louis BattleHawks versus the Seattle Dragons. This was a very good game. Words couldn't express to you how good this game was. Really, I was excited for both the games, right? The Guardians, we saw what they had to do against the Wildcats. That was a really good game, and now we got this one between St. Louis and Seattle, and we saw a team like Seattle that fought through a lot of adversity through the first half, came back in the second half, came back a lot stronger. Their QB play was a lot better. They started to run the ball a little bit better. And their defense really played. I thought they played really well in the second half. We saw St. Louis though too, right? St. Louis, I thought, dominated the first half. The second half came. They slowed down a little bit, but they closed it out at the end. Some huge plays were made. I thought special teams wise was really fun to watch, especially from Seattle. And overall wise, I thought that this was just a really good game. Jordan Teamu, he definitely proved that he's definitely one of the top two quarterbacks in the XFL. Another efficient performance, missing only 7 completions, completed over 250 passing yards, had led the team in rushing yards with 66 rushing yards. We saw him, especially in the pocket, he was getting hit left and right, and the fact that he had the strength to stay up in a lot of those play and just make plays alive was really good to see. Again, he's just one of the more dynamic quarterbacks in the XFL, and again, I think he shows the fans just a good representation of what top tier quarterback play in the XFL kind of looks like. And I think the good thing for the XFL is that Jordan Teamu is 22 years of age. He's still developing, right? He's not like a 31-year quarterback. He's 22 years old. He's still developing, and he can get better under this offense for the St. Louis BattleHawks. A huge shout out to the St. Louis BattleHawks, especially for their crowd. Man, their crowd was amazing tonight. Another 30,000 performance. Again, I think St. Louis is definitely one of the best football towns, one of the best football cities. I definitely think in the NFL. They proved it. They proved it. Again, we all know how big the hockey scene is over there in Nashville. And now, football, we all know with the St. Louis Rams how big it is. I think that for the Seattle Battlehawks, I think this once again proves just how huge the Seattle fan base actually is. I'm sorry, the St. Louis, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Seattle. The St. Louis fan base is, I apologize for that. Um, but a huge shout out to the St. Louis crowd. Those guys did an absolute phenomenal job cheering on their team, giving their defense and their offense and special teams the momentum that it needed to get through and win this game. Again, Seattle got to give them a lot of credit. They switched and of course, they had to switch quarterbacks. B.J. Daniels came in there, right? He had almost 100 yards rushing. Needs to be better throughout the air game, but he gave this team a spark that it needed. I know Silvers did not have the greatest day in the world, but overall wise, you got to be pleased. I guess you got to be pleased with overall the future of your team, right? Seattle, they have this is the team that fights with pretty much everybody in the league, and I think that Seattle can definitely get better. Another running game, like I talked about before, I really like the running game. Um, I believe that especially for BJ Daniels, again, he did his thing, especially with his escapability and just his mobility. His definitely showing his potential as a dynamic quarterback for the team. Again, Jordan Teamu did his thing. Keith Ford and uh, Kristen Michael, those guys ran really hard. Keith Ford ran. Oh my god! I mean, first of all, I'm just gonna say this. Hopefully, the guy that got stretched out, that one defensive back that got stretched out, hopefully he does better. But Keith Ford, man, he laid the wood on him, man. That was one of the cleanest runovers that you will see. But I'm hoping that guy that got carted off, I'm hoping he's doing all right. It's one of the scariest situations to see that guy getting carted off like that. But yeah, just overall wise, just a really good game. A huge shout out to both teams for for the entertainment that these guys provided, and again, hopefully this game will bring in some new fans for the XFL. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys liked the video, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Again, share the video. Really helps out the channel a lot, especially if you want more XFL coverage in the future. You can definitely stay tuned to this channel. So anyway, guys, Gen 716. I'm going to be back later on tonight to cover the Guardians game. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Gen 716. I'm out. Peace.